Hello everybody! After a lot of begging, I managed to convince Robert, a buddy of mine, to finally play a multiplayer campaign of Baldur's Gate 3 with me. Of course, me being a dum-dum, I didn't record Act 1 because I got the idea of this video mid-playthrough, but I should instead do a very short TLDR of what we did there. You might also notice that as you progress through the video, my editing and also my voice acting improves, so you might wanna stick around in this long adventure. But you can go to this point of the video if you wanna skip this part. We set the crypt on fire. In the very same crypt, Astarion decided to tell us that he's a vampire after 10 minutes of being with us, after which he went 100% vegan. No bite, no suck, no nothing. In the goblin camp, we got a
Triple kill!
by killing the 3 goblin leaders. Or did we? After that, at the Tiefling party, I got freaky with Astarion, Robert got freaky with Shadow Cutie. We stole this idiot's cargo, Robert tasted racist as a drow, he smashed the door, I failed the simple deadlift. We almost got blown away from this planet, we went to bully an old grandma, I mean a hag. We somehow survived an encounter with around 7 git Yankees by playing dumb as fuck. Wasn't that hard when you are already dumb. We got to the Underdark where we spoke with some shrooms and some shrooms spoke with us. We met a good squiddy who wants to help us. We spoke with Big Shroom Boss, he got us a boon. Boon was done by killing the Dwargars. Spoke with Big Shroom Boss again, gave another boon. Took a ship to our destination target location. Killed the asshole near. Miserably failed to decapitate the asshole, but it didn't matter anyway. Shroom Boss happy, we happy. We went to kill a huge ass iron golem. After that, we went to the Git Crash with only 2 goals in mind. Goal 1, talk to this lady to get the best stabby in the game. Goal 1.5, Robert wanted to impress Shadow Cutie, but failed to do so. Goal 2,
Destroy the crash.
Goal 2, steal a shiny mace that resulted in a crash to go killing Astarion.
What in the sweet hells were you thinking? Activating that lot? I was right there! Gods! Do you have any idea how much that hurt?
Then we finally reached Act 2, where we found an inn led by Jaheira and her harpers. She almost killed us, but we survived. Then we went to Isabel to get some help from her, only to find out that we need to help her. After we helped Isabel, we decided to join the harpers in order to steal an item from the cultists that theoretically should allow us to traverse the Shadow Curse with ease. After a small run through the forest, Robert realized something very important.
Ana, eu nu văd caractera.
Deschideți ochii. Robert's fault as always. I was able to see those beautiful curves all the time.
A few moments later.
We finally got to the ambush place where we hid and waited the big spider. Being the cowards we are, of course we kept a low profile as much as we could, which resulted in the spider to murder a pathetic little goblin. After that, we finally emerged ready to attack. The fight began with the spider almost wiping out Robert the Drow Monk, right after he cast his sanctuary as if nothing happened. It was now Astarion's turn to show him how it's done. Anyway, after Astarion was done, Robert decided to do some intense math because a turn that's supposed to take 6 seconds took him only 50 seconds, after which he finally healed his character. Yay! Unfortunately, all of the healing was useless as he got one-clapped by a huntsman spider. But at least he got healed by another kind soul, so that's that. Then once again, I carried his ass. Robert then decided he has had enough bullying, only to find out that he can't bully back the bad guys. And I avenged Robert by becoming a bully myself. In the end, Robert decided to become useful for once and he started punching. And it was finally over. As a reward, you got the pretty lantern, which we smashed, of course. In return, we got a bell that protects us from the Shadow Curse, and as a parting gift, I became
A clown in town.
arăt superb. What can I say?
Se potriva.
Shush.
Așa. Ce... Uite-te și tu cum îmi consumi un spell slot.
Thank you very much. After that, we reached for Moonrise Towers, where Mizora decided to do a dramatic entry and demand from us to save one of our contracts. But of course, we ain't gonna do extra work for free. So we agreed to do her dirty work only if she breaks Weir's pact. After intense negotiations, she's perplexed that we even try such a thing, but she agrees and leaves us alone. After heading side, we find Minty the Drow Princess, who seems to be in quite a dispute regarding her capabilities of doing her job. And as any good employee will do, she passes the fault to the interns, which in our case are the goblins. We try to intervene to help her, but to no success, as she's then taken to the prison to be executed. That's a nice working place. After the little show, we were in charge with firing the interns. And now that I think about it, we might have just ended the intern suffering at this shitty workplace, especially after seeing that the human resource lady doesn't know about consent. Get out of my head! But hey, at least you can bring your doggo to work, so we should just forget what happened before. As we approach the CEO's desk, we are shocked to find a lot of tentacle fantasy books. That's the moment when we realize that we need to get out of here ASAP. And we also went to save Mintara from this sassy place because hell knows what's going to happen to her. After the rescue mission, we told her to go to a lovely camp, and she seems more than happy. We still ain't resting, and we stumble upon a little shark shrine which makes Shadowheart go full-on game of mode, unlocking her RGB from within. We then find little Arabella lost in the woods, and also a very rare Pokemon called Raphael. He gives us another side quest of killing something or someone, in exchange for telling us what Astarion's scar mean. While fighting the guards in the temple, I realized that the Robert was actually punching himself and not the enemies. Vezi că ai Radiant, Robert, Radiant.
Wow. You know, it is what it is. Am uitat că aveam Radiant să uitat.
Hei, aproape l-ai scos, e tot ce contează, ok?
M-am scos pe mine înainte. Ăla e un Ramus. Iubește la fel de mult ca el.
Nu prea mai am eu cine știe ce pe aici.
That's the problem with you mages. Nu puteți să faceți nimic dacă nu dormiți.
Numai tu poți să dormi 3 ore pe noapte și să n-ai nimica, ok?
Vorbeam in-game, bam, ziceam de mage.
Și?
I guess se aplică. Ne abținem din a da Radiant.
After the fight was over, we went to Yuki to tell him to off himself, which should be easy, especially since I'm a warlock.
Mă încred în tine cu persuasion-ul.
Mai e greșeală.
Nicely played, Raphael. Bastard.
Does that count as us killing him?
Of course, after a long rest, Raphael did show up and started to tell us crucial information regarding the scars from the back of Astarion. Then Astarion decided to open up to me and have a one-to-one discussion, which eventually led to my romance with him to truly and happily begin. Yay! We eventually got into a cave where we fought some bugs. Then we somehow ended having 3 out of 4 members paralyzed, except for me. Like a nai movie.
Nu, I'm chilling. Nu vezi câtă viață am? Yeah.
We somehow survived, and after a bit of exploring, we found a hole in the wall. Do you know what they say? If there's a hole, there's a go. A door? Ah. Pânză de păianjen. And all of that was just for a ring. We also stumble upon an old grandpa. I wonder if he's searching for cheese. Right after that, we find a pile of talking gold that starts to aggressively sniff us for gold. While she sniffs the head out of us, Astarion is stealing some gold from her because, you know, sharing is caring. And after a while, we gave her so much brain rot that she just vanished from this plane of existence. Our next victim was the famous doctor in town, who got his degree hell knows where. He seemed very eager to teach us what he knows, but me and Robert just wanted to be done with the class, so we skipped directly to a live demonstration. But that was a nice and fast way to dissect a live patient. Unfortunately, we weren't able to buy our exam grades, so we were forced to show him that we were, in fact, the better surgeon in this room.
I am a surgeon! I am a surgeon! I am a surgeon!
Yeah, go. It seems that we were indeed a better surgeon. Sadly, we found our best parents dead. I guess we'll play rock, paper, scissors to see who's going to give her the bad news.
5 minutes later.
Of course, I lost against the gacha god himself, Mr. Robert. I'm sorry, little kiddo. Back at the inn, we find a half-naked dude just chilling in the bed. He seems interested in a person called Daniel, and he also probably missed the last edition of America's Got Talent as he keeps singing in his sleep. Perhaps I can help him win a golden buzz.
Bruh, what the fuck is that tune? You want to make me deaf or something?
Guess I wasn't meant to be a star after all. We find out that Daniel is somehow linked to the Archdruid Halcyon. Is this one big juicy could step on me, mamacita buffalo? I mean, say hi to Daddy Halcyon. Say hi to the Archdruid Halcyon, who seems to know a way of solving this shadow curse. And of course, we were the missing link required. Yay. After a lecture on how to fix a shadow curse, Halcyon and the half-naked guy tried to catch up after 100 years. Wait, why do they ignore us? No, please don't tell me.
Meet me by the lakeshore.
Halcyon este a 11.000 oară când ai nevoie de ajutorul meu pentru că ești un druid. Ești înalt ca gardul, prost ca gardul, legit. We eventually got to the rendezvous place where Robert was setting up the battle place while I was talking to the big tree lover. Oh, ce-ai găsit acolo, Robert? Du-te și sapă! Du-te și sapă!
Oh no!
Uite mă, ce dă!
And another one.
Halcyon eventually decided to come back with the milk, which, alas, was spoiled. And as always, it was up to us to get the new bottle of Daniel. When we got to the shop, we found the cooler Daniel hiding. He begged us to play hide and seek, and of course, we refused him. Whether we liked it or not, we were eventually forced to play his game. And after playtime was over, we knocked some sense into that thick skull of his. At least our bro was feeling a bit better after talking with Bone Man this whole time. And I also got to share some of our powers. Cool. Before going back to Halcyon to give him the good news, we went to visit the totally crazy-ass Twilight Simp.
I won't bite.
Oh, I prefer if you did.
She seemed very, very, very interested in Astarion.
But hold on.
We tried a bit with him, but of course we let him make his own choice. He's a grown-ass man, what the fuck. Before leaving this place, another hole piqued my curiosity. And I put my hand in it.
What in the hell? Oh no, not again.
It was some sort of nether portal to any tentacle lover's wet dream. Too much even for me. Just kidding, I kept my hand in there. After a while, my whole party started to panic, so I decided to somehow try to remove my hand from the tight hole. But hey, at least my hand was now as smooth as a baby's bum bum.
Thank goodness. I was almost worried.
Since we were at the castle, we decided to free the prisoners as well. There we found some of the missing tieflings and the most hated character in this game, Wilburn Bungle. Fuck Wilburn Bungle! But since we cannot save the tieflings without Wilburn, we started the chaos in the prison. We gave Wilburn back his hammer and he started banging the wall behind him. At least he kept his promise and helped the tieflings as well. Back at the inn, Alfira is overjoyed to see her bestie again. And so is Barkus when he finds out that Wilburn is still alive. And of course that bastard is ungrateful at all. God, I wish I could bunk him to death. Back at the camp, we finally give Halsin the good news. And only one thing remaining.
Catherick Thorn must die.
And so we are back to the Sharon temple. Wait, what's happening? Hello?
Rancid donkey scrotum!
Înjurător demne de un jucător de LOL, mă jur.
Ah, e gold. Înjurăturile alea.
Most likely the quakes are produced by this raging gold peak player who lost their promos again in platinum. And while I was trying to have a normal conversation here, Robert was up to something. Văd o chestie în spate.
Ce se întâmplă?
Am auzit chestii?
Ai auzit nimic, trece-ți-l pe Astarion, încearcă.
Am înțeles. Aud cum... Donk.
Aia da, începe lupta.
No attack. Ok, gata.
Uite, avem advantage pe ăștia de lângă. Acum pot să dau radiant la loc, nu?
Uite cum face ăsta de aici. Aici apare un pic de Underdark.
Ah, da! Și e un... Ana. Ia. After that, we started to do the short trials one by one. The next one was interesting. Noi că suntem în bikini și cumva toți tu arăți mai dezbrăcat decât asta. Shadowheart is inspired. What do you mean inspired? I did that.
And in the end, we got the Spear of Night as well. With everything collected, we were ready to rumble. We reached a place called the Shadowfell. This is the place where Sharons need to prove themselves before the Dark Lady herself, Shar, by making an offering. That offering was an Asimar, who seems to know something very personal about Shadowheart. But damn boy, she's woof! Shadowheart, being a soft-hearted cutie, couldn't bring herself to kill an innocent being. It seems that this ASMR was the very child of Selene herself. And after a very touching and long, but pretty scene, nonetheless, it was time to finally put an end to Catherick's reign and finish this Shadow curse once and for all. This is also the moment when Robert's romance with Shadow Cutie truly begins. When we get back to Moonrise Towers, we are greeted by Jaheira and her harpers. Oh, I've been waiting far too long to kill this bitch. And stay dead! We eventually got to the rooftop where Catherick and Dame Aileen were waiting for us to join the fight.
Aileen, fam, nu știu cum să zic, dar tu ești moral support aici.
And Robert was right. She did absolutely nothing this whole fight.
Da, a venit moment.
Da, uite așa.
Singurul lucru care nu mi-a plăcut la toată asta, like, de ce nu am putut să o avem și pe Isobel pe aici, să-i spună lui Taxul ce skill e asta?
Gata, aia a fost. Atât s-a putut.
Charm, lăma. Ana,
Yes.
să lași să dai.
Yeah. Ce le faci? And with that, the first stage of this fight was over. Catterick retreated beneath the castle, where we were sure to follow. Cum se uită așa cu mâinile șoltă.
Ce te aștept să vezi acolo?
Tentacul. Down in the hive mind, we found us again, and we managed to set him free. Again. Yay. We then found the other survivors trapped in some deleted pods. We released them and found Zephyr, who owes us and everybody else an explanation for why he left the tieflings to defend for themselves. I guess we'll never know why.
By Grazet's cock, it's about time you came.
It seems that Miss Ross' trapped asset was her all along. Only thing left was to open her pod. Easy. Right? Nice.
Ana?
Parcă era stânga, parcă. Pe Wilson, nu. See, I knew it. I told you it was the other left. We got to the bottom of the hive where Catterick was hiding, and I started to feel guilty about something from my old campaigns. Mi-aduc aminte când prima dată am jucat, efectiv n-am găsit-o pe Mizora. Și Will a ajuns să fie o grămadă de nisip. Mă amuză că oricum dăduse o notificare de there are still some things to do, are you sure you want to proceed? Și eram, nu știu ce am de făcut și după a început să car la
Sunt fanul lui Will, dar să uită halul ăla de el, nu. Să nici nu știai că stă la mal, la petrecere.
Nu? 8 campanii și n-am știut unde este Will la prima petrecere.
Aia e tot ce trebuie să știu.
After reminiscing of good old times, we finally reached Catterick and we got the option to convince him to somewhat surrender.
Would that even be possible?
Ei, măcar nu mai avem pe damn Alien.
I wish he was right.
Frate, dragă Dame Alien, poți să nu mai vii după noi? Mai mult ne încurci.
A few moments later.
Aoleu, i-a dat dominated. Fix ei, ca să ne dea one shot. Ia. Începe. Așa.
Perfect. Nu dă nici în mine, nici în tine. Dă doar în asta și în mine. Critical hit urmat de un critical miss.
Gâncită, Robert. At least Aileen was having the fight of her life against those two intellect devourers.
I got fucked. My character is fucked. Now what?
I start to see a pattern where I need to carry Robert's booty. I'm not sure if I like it or not. Haide, Dame Aileen, du-te și fă ceva. Like, vorba ta, mai mult ne trolează Dame.
Yes. She hasn't done anything!
A dat în mine.
Auzi, dar dama Alin știe că poate să zboare?
Nu cred. Nah, she definitely doesn't know she can fly and like, she took the freaking ladder! Să dea 3 damage. Și să dea un miss. After a long and agonizing fight against Dame Aileen, I mean, against Merkel, we won. Așa a venit să facă caies după ce n-a făcut absolut nimic decât să dea noi.
Asta are 0-12 și a venit să spună GGS.
We got our hands on the first Netherstone and we returned to Moonrise Towers.
Bro, unde mi-e opțiunea să strig în gura mare? Bro, Isobel, your girlfriend is a bum!
I think it's safe to say that Robert was fed up with Aileen at this point in the game, Lamal.
Bro, Bro, Isabel, tactul nu doar că ia sub imortalitatea, ia sub și skill-urile.
But we have met.
Yes, I carried your ass.
Valiantly from Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy.
I watched you sleep on the fucking floor. Înțeleg. Minte ca să se dea mai tare în fața prietenei. Fair enough. Ei, le invităm în tabără cumva ca să-și o tragă?
Now you will leave us. We must take one another's bodies and words.
Yeah.
Opțiune, can I join, please?
Where is my option?
I'll not deny he wounded me.
Aoleu, nu mai
I
accept.
cared for
Like doar am citit prima parte din întrebarea ta. Is it because Bulber rejected you și eram...
true idiot.
Nu-mi place la ce m-a dus imaginația primul lucru.
Aoleu.
I won't let him for himself.
Vina lui arată așa de submissive.
After all the flaming, we got back to the camp where we needed to catch up with everybody before heading to Baldur's Gate. And that included Dame, Alien.
Aoleu, doiu, știu ce răspunde.
I am free from my bonds. I've met my duty. The dead three
Robert,
have risen.
știu la ce te-ai gândit. Avem același neuron.
Aoleu, dracu, în același neuron. Și că avem tadpole amândoi.
After that, we finally went to bed. Mă stop un pic. Alien, you good? We don't wanna take part in your sucker.
Nu trebuie să vă trageți și fucking lângă noi. Marce Cards.
Are you serious? Right in front of my salad? You guys are fucking gross.
And just like that, we are finally done with Act 2. We saved most of the tieflings in the prison, helped Hassan lift the shadow curse, and it was finally time to head to Baldur's Gate to get rid of our little worm in the head. If you reach this point of the video, I want to give you a very big and sincere thank you. It means a lot, especially being my first ever video. The whole thing up to this point took around 40 hours-ish to edit, but I've enjoyed it since I love Baldur's Gate 3 a lot, and it's like a tribute that I can bring to Larian for making such a wonderful and amazing game. And I know it's a cliche, but if you could give this video a like and subscribe to me, it would mean a lot. Enjoy the rest of the video. Bye for now! Could you please, for the love of all that is holy, get just one night of good sleep? No wakey wakey, no assassination attempts, no tadpoles, no nothing! I guess we're gonna skip our beauty sleep again. After we escaped the Githyanki attack, we found a giant-ass talking squiddy who seems to be our guardian. We have no option but to help him, as he is the one keeping us from transforming into handsome Squidward. Am văzut cât de buff este Emperor față de alți Mind Flayer.
Ca să te cucerească.
Uite-te și tu, cred că face niște bicep curls cu 100 de kg în fiecare mână.
Dar tot pun pariu pe 5 lui că Orpheus e mai puternic, are mai mult strength.
When the fight was over, the Emperor gave us the option to evolve even further, gaining new and more powerful elite powers. In order to do that, we just need to telepathically connect with the glowy tadpole.
What are you? I suppose it works. Rather than consume it,
Ce Emperor? What in the goddamn fuck?
After the quick snack, we were able to return to the camp and get a well-deserved night's sleep. Să pun de Shadow Heart doar în kilo.
The next morning.
We just got to Act 3 and the problem started to appear. We met a little Juju girl who wanted us to help her, since her mom was missing for 10 days already. Who is going to tell her? Mâncarea e mai important, așa că o să-ți dau 5 gold.
Aia, banii noștri. Trebuia să discutăm.
Avem atâta gold să ne scăldăm în ei. Mâncare, though, mai puțin.
Dar nu o să rămâi atât de bogată dacă dai.
Of course, her cat was more interesting than her. Both me and Robert wanted to get a chance to pet a kitty because it's in the human nature to pet a fluffy little creature. O să dau fail, nu?
Yes. Ești praf cu pisicile, am înțeles. It's the lore, Ana.
Greetings. When a cat hisses at you, you hiss harder. Aha! Stai mai prost decât mine.
Fuck you too, lore-wise. Nu-mi plac mâțele mai tare decât tine, I guess. De-aia avem un câine în top.
After that, we found some refugees who were in need of a home. We then played 5D chess. First, we promised that we will get rid of the homeless people, which resulted in the guild, whoever they are, to get mad at us. Of course, we won't let that lady get the message to the higher-ups of the guild, so we killed her. In the end, we bamboozled the landlord and we intimidated him into letting the refugees take shelter in his home. We then toyed a bit with Orin by tickling her with some eldritch blasts. At the circus, Robert became a piece of cheese. It should have been me! Yes, cheese!
I am become a cheese.
Cheese, cheese, cheese! Stringy cheese! It's so melty! It melts your heart, yeah! Astarion then decided to play tricks on the trickster. By doing so, he earned a free ticket to Jurassic Park from Wish. Îmi place că ești pe la toaletă. As we continued to visit the circus, I decided to take a stop at this pile of mud. Știu pe ce dau tot goldul.
Oh god. And then he said those bunny.
He offered to make a statue after me for only 5,000 gold. Can't blame him, I'm such a natural beauty.
Particularly when their facial structure is as unique as yours.
Unique? Ia uite, și ăsta zice că ești urât.
We then encountered any person's worst nightmare. A clown.
Because clowns aren't enough of a horror already.
Even my patron, a devil, was scared of such an evil being. I mean, just look at him, Jesus Christ. We let the dum-dum go to the stage where he was murdered by the doggo. Later we found a nice lady who seems to know nothing regarding human rights.
Even better! Corpses are wonderful employees. They aren't picky about things like working from home or eating.
After that, we left the circus. We met a flying elephant in a temple and I had to control my urges of killing the shitey little elephant.
Shitey little elephant.
Robert went to feast Orin again, hoping to gain her interest, but no success.
I can make her worse.
Before going to the city, we were stopped by a giant robot. I am no longer Anna Bombarda, but Daisy Dewdrop Fluffington.
Well met, citizen Fluffington.
We tried to play nice for once, only to end up forced to go to the prison. Happily for us, we were saved by the very same Iron Hands dwarves that we helped in the Green Forge. Bourbon then decided to tell us his plan of killing all the Gondians, and we played dumb and accepted his mission. We just wanted the bomb, duh. We then returned to the circus where me and Robert spoke with the love fortune teller Dryad. I don't know what we were hoping to achieve. We both had 100% approval with our cuties.
Bombastic side-eye.
Robert's brain was starting to melt away at this point. We had a small reunion with the Starnes' family. It didn't go as you would expect.
Eu sunt de treabă.
Sunt de treabă, dați idioți.
Atunci nu știu cum să mă simt, dat fiindcă i-am omorât cam de fiecare dată.
I mean, Astarion started to roast his brother, literally and figuratively.
Hey, daddy, chill!
Uite-mă cum face cu degețelele!
Știi, asta e clasica scenă de când iubitul încearcă să arate macho în fața prietenei. Hear me out, Ana. Îl lași să facă ritualul și o vin și îi dau una peste ceapă.
Robert? Nu.
Toată lumea e fericită. Ritualul nu se mai întâmplă și eu pot să-i dau o palmă peste ceapă.
Îți trag o palmă dacă te atingi de el.
2 seconds later.
Robert și Shadowheart de jos. Guys, are you good? Are you coming down?
Yes, yes, in a second. Mai urc sus de timp.
We are coming, okay? Please don't be naked.
We then reached a brothel called Shores Caress. Me being an elf, I was already bombarded with all sorts of, offers.
Da, poți să nu mai flirtezi cu toată lumea, for fuck's
Iasă
sake.
de la mine!
Keep it in their pants.
We also got a discount at the most haunted drows in here. I wonder what kind of discount. A discount for what? I need answers!
We are twins.
We then found a shitey little elephant drunk on duty. After a bit of discussion, we managed to prove to him, her, they, them, elephant, they, elephant, them, yeah, that we did her job as a detective better. So the shitey elephant granted us a passage ticket to the lower city. We stumbled upon the not-so-rare Pokemon Raphael. He wants to tempt us to give in to his deal, but we know better than will. It's never a good idea to sign a pact with the devil, so we refused him. Outside of Throttle, a group of people got mixed up, so we spent a few minutes trying to untangle them. Yes, it. Fireball, dun 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 dun.
Greetings, citizen Fluffington.
I guess I'm now forever never Fluffington. We used the pass that the shitey little elephant gave us, and we reached Gortash, a handsome young man.
Look at this young, handsome fella, Anna.
I think there was some misunderstanding between the 3D artists and the game design leaders at Larian. Anyway, after the meeting was done, we agreed to take his deal of not hurting each other. For now, outside the room, Mizora was up to something. She devil and her contracts. God damn it, Will. What did you get us into again? I mean, who the freak am I to speak? I'm also a warlock.
Later that day.
Hai, eu văd că dai foc la case, totul de lemn.
Are summoning more? Do you want an orgy? They both look hot.
Infernos contractus
Yeah, speak more like that, baby.
We convinced her to sacrifice his dad in order to break his pact. But little does he and Mizora know that we are going to save the Duke. Time for 1990, I guess. Just leave us alone for the love of...
Your company isn't welcome less of a budget. Your company is disgusting. Yes.
Right after we woke up, we got assaulted by this lady. Seems Mizora was playing tricks on everyone and was setting up our allies against us. Fortunately, we were very persuasive and we managed to save the day.
Ce rapid e convins.
I believe you.
No, continue.
something Will
I
should
suppose
know.
you're gonna finish us.
We met up again with this asshole that we punched back in the Emerald Glove. We told him that the Nightson was in fact a person, and he still seemed very confident in his abilities of catching her. Somehow, Rowan managed to get back to Baldur's Gate to become a wizard apprentice. We were then welcomed by this ugly guy hologram. He's also interested in Nightsong, what the f. We got back to him in person alongside with Dame Aileen, aka the Nightsong. She seemed very eager for some bloodshed, and as much as we would have loved to finally get rid of Aileen, we didn't do that. So instead we gave her the violent fight that she was craving for. Oh my god, nu-i de partea noastră, Roland.
Oh, well, Roland, nu știu cum să zic, dar...
Azi de asta nu mai pot eu de tine, Roland.
Yeah. E chaotic good.
E, mai are puțin și moare, deci dacă mai dau, cred că și eu o dată, cred că-l iau. Ei, măcar îl iei acum, l-omor. Sau nu?
Like, damn Aileen, dragă, trebuie să faci ceva acum.
I guess. Miss. Am făcut și ceva. Nice.
Hai, tată, wakey wakey. Dintre toți boșii, Loracan este cel mai enervant.
We defeated this joke of a wizard, and Aileen broke his back like he broke our faith in any ASMR being good in battle. Later that day, we found a fashion designer who was being tied by a ball assassin, and the fight began in an instant for whatever reason. Critical miss. Yes. Pam 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 pam, I'm loving it. Just die. At least he had his priorities right.
Entirely in red.
Asta e problema lui. Nu cred să moară.
Aside,
Later that night, Robert got a very sassy invitation to the beach from Shadow Cutie, but he accepted nonetheless. Ah. I see where this is going. I let the two lovebirds alone. The next morning, we decided to help Shadowheart find her parents.
Eu dau click după tine.
Follow me to victory!
Ok,
Uite ce o să vorbesc cu tine. Hello! Ăsta și lui Timmy? Of fugit, yes. Inside the House of Grief, the staff was very unwelcoming, especially towards Shadowheart.
Dacă nu taci, îți dau pan. Și când îți dau oricum și deja încep.
Hei, uite, mai am creier. Mai am creier, Robert, nu mi-am murit creierul. Then Robert went to take an exam, and because he didn't prepare at all, he left Shadow Cutie try her luck instead.
Eu pot să zic și eu ceva ca drău? Pot să zic fuck you?
Inside, we discovered the whole ass Sharm temple, and this is where my holy Gristrat cheese began. This is gonna be fun. Da.
easy.
Încă o dată.
Caractera mea e degeaba aici. Să nu fac prostii.
Prostii nu cred că faci. Să nimic.
A primit un debuff.
Bruh.
Scapum!
Bruh.
Scapuș!
Vreau să nu mai fiu blinded.
Scapuș!
Hai.
Oh my! After the fight was over, Vicoin decided to rise from the dead and talk to us.
Ana, cred că e
Perhaps we can
buguit.
find terms
Da,
that will
știu.
allow blades
Ea e
to remain
moartă.
sheathed.
What was that, bă? Bro, ești mort?
Send me to Lady Shah's embrace.
She then rose from the dead again, part 2, only to be finally stabbed to death by Robert.
I draw near, my lady.
There is no lady found.
Shadow Cutie did the right thing and released herself and her parents from Char's endless torture. When he got back, we found Hals in full rabbit mode. He almost killed the bestest boy Scratch, no! But it was actually Ori who somehow managed to steal that mumosită puff of an elf. I mean,
Aha, ce ochi foarte atenți, Ana.
but it was actually Ori who managed to steal Halsin. It was up to us to save the druid. Again. The following day, we went to Cassidor's dungeon. There, we were greeted by Godi, who sees me as a treat.
Treat, eh?
I'm a treat, though.
A new friend.
I'm not sure what to make of this. We killed him, along with the new mods that Cassidor brought in the dungeon.
Excuse me. I will not be ordered around my own house by some blow-in mutt.
We eventually got to this little freaky clown in disguise.
E Asian parent.
And we started to stab, punch, and blast him into oblivion. Nice. I dat ultimul pumn, ai ținut în morții, nu?
Yep.
Astarion finally got his revenge after 200 years, and took his time into killing Cassador. His brothers and sister hid in the Underdark, while the rest of the 6,993 spawns were killed. Later that night, Astarion decided to take me on a date at the cemetery. Or so I thought. It seems that Robert was having a far different experience than me.
Sunteți în casă? voi sunteți în cimitir.
Yes.
Nu înțelegi, mie îmi arată că sunteți în casă.
What? Yeah, this was the absolute cinema moment of our campaign. I'm not even sure how it's possible. This was Robert's point of view from the inside of the house.
And I never came back.
În apartament?
And claw my way through 6 feet of dirt.
What dirt, the stadion?
Liniște pentru noi ăștia din camera cealaltă. Frumos ăla. Da, pune floarea din fund. Uite, floare de parchet. În parchet.
I've been dead in the ground for long enough.
What ground? Nu dăm genunchii pe parchet? Prin parchet, aparent.
If a night of passion is an offer, I could be persuaded.
Probabil trebuia să vadă cerul.
Salcie. When we woke up, Robert was craving some gitianki omelette.
Actually, aprinde focul. Să-l arunc în foc.
Oh god, Robert. Ah? Ok. Ah, mai are 2 din 10 HP.
Pot să dau un mizor acum?
Cred că da.
Nu pot.
Then Withers.
Ah. Hai, Withers, catch. Nu pot. În tine pot? În tine pot. E vina mea. Nu l-ai spart.
After the very nutritious breakfast, we went to the docks, where we found Volo tied to some explosive barrels.
Ah, trebuie să salvăm pe Volo de aici.
Ai putea da și foc. And of course, we saved the precious barrels. I mean, the precious Volo.
Ai activat Steel Watcher.
Cool. During the process, a steel watcher got very triggered and started to bang the entrance door, but it was doing absolutely nothing. That's one fortified chunky door. We destroyed the steel watcher, only for Robert to trigger the other two standing next to us.
Eu!
Robert e de vină. Nu, să-i țină.
Is complete villain, and the sentence is imprisonment.
Nu mă duc la închisoare.
No, my pain, Robert.
No.
After we murdered them as well, I found a crate full of delicious deleted sushi. Me and Astarion delected on the delicacy, while Robert was having none of that. A bit later, we heard some music. We met this nice-looking lady, and she invited us inside. Seems it was a funeral, not a party. Not a big difference if you ask me. Seems one of somebody's followers was murdered and was given the swift and painless death of asphyxiation. We agreed to help them, and before leaving this place, Robert wanted to see if it's worth losing your third leg for Amberley.
Nice. Is she hot?
Amberley? Zici tu? Poți să tu să statuia din față.
Stai puțin că trebuie să-mi dau cu presupusul. Cred că nu văd neapărat foarte bine. Deci are picioarele de caracatiță.
Caracatiță și murene.
Murene și capul are de șerpi sau tot de tentaculi.
Tentaculi.
Știi ce? I can work with that.
A, cu tentacule, Robert?
Are doar picioarele tentacule.
Aha. Și tentaculusi.
Tentaculusi. Hei, Belvet, m-a învățat că pot orice.
Amogus.
His brain reached its limit after witnessing the beauty of Amberley, and he thought that he was already blessed by the bitch queen herself.
De fapt, este.
Robert, nu mă poți să arunca până acolo.
Nu știi asta. Aveam ceva de water walking.
Și crezi că te lasă?
De ce nu mă lasă? E apă, nu? Uite, water walk.
Be my guest.
A, pot să dau la toată lumea deodată. Ia să vedem.
Îmi scrie death.
Mă arunc.
Bye.
Zice target is too far. Yeah. Reload, please.
He tried to walk on water, and I had to rescue him from drowning like Jerry did with Tom. We reached the place where the murderous submarine was hiding, and Robert was passing his fault to me.
Te-ai dus?
Jos. E o portiță.
Ah. Ia, văd. Nu puteai să distrugi astea.
Why would I? Să fac curat? Robert, m-au plătit înainte să le fac curat.
Corect, tot eu am fost ăla care a pus apă să curețe murdăria făcută de tine în apartament.
Robert, cine a aruncat ouă în mine și cine mi-a aruncat creierul pe geam?
Nu știu, Ana, ai dovezi?
Actually, I do.
Ia, în tine pot? În tine pot. E vina mea. Tu l-ai spart. Ia, unde ești? Ești la iveală.
Yes. Ei, eu! Permis, ce mă cu animalele mele? Robert, lasă-mi creierul în pace. Mai? Ei, eu lasă-mi creierul în pace. Robert, ce-ai cu greierul meu?
Greier?
Yes. Robert,
Vezi, l-am ajutat.
Meanwhile.
Oi, matey. We killed the killer. And we return to the Beach Queen's followers where we are given praises and a robe. I-ai pus până mort acolo.
Na, uite-l. Am citit Crash His Balls.
Nu din greșeală, Robert. Asta ai vrut să citești.
Uite ca ce gigolo arăt când mi-o pun.
Ei, actually stă bine.
I mean, yeah, pentru o prostituată.
After that, we returned to the submarine to hijack it, and we reached the Iron Throne, where the Duke was kept as a prisoner. Cortash wasn't very fond of the idea of us playing the hero there, but we blocked him on every social media, and then we proceed with saving the Duke nonetheless. Me and Shadow Cutie went after the Duke. Astara went after Omelium, the best queen in town, and Robert went to save the rest of the prisoners because he has tons of dashes. Just as we were about to rescue the Duke, Mizora appeared and tried to stop us, but we had a very fancy pair of shoes on Shadow Cutie that allowed her to do a magic trick and teleported the Duke to safety. After everyone was saved, well, almost everyone, I don't know what's wrong with that AI. I mean, why did you just do that, I don't know, wombo combo instead of just taking the ladder? But anyway. We spoke with the rescued prisoners. We found out that they were the families of the enslaved Gondians from the Steelwatch factory. We returned to the good Squiddy to get our rewards, and we let Will have a very touchy reunion with his dad, Grand Duke Ravengard. And before going to bed, we made fun of Mizora. Imagine being a Cambion and not being able to stop two highly regarded persons from saving a trapped Duke, no more. The following morning, we set up on a mission to finish Gortash once and for all. We started with his Steel Watcher factory, but we were stopped by a very rude robot. Am plus 17, Robert.
Ana, eu doar mă rog la tot ce mai bun.
Am între 18 și 21 la bonus.
Ana 1 încă este pe zar.
27, ok. Eventually, we convinced him that we belong here. After we head inside, we found the Gondians who were rebelling. Oh, Gond! I don't know, mi se pare atât de idioți ăștia Gondienii, like, după mine, just like...
Ai omorâm?
I don't know. Cum vrei. E chaotic good, ar trebui să-i salvăm, dar... uneori mi se pare că și Wilburn are dreptate, like... After the fight was over, we assured Tobin that her daughter is safe. We also informed him that we are about to use one giant bomb to destroy the whole factory. We got into a very nasty fight where I got terminated. Oh, nu.
Păi a murit Gondianul ăla cu 5?
Nu, uite-l aici.
2 seconds later.
Tu vrei pe la multa?
Ia.
Te dau cu ceva altceva care o să fiu sigur?
Nu cu foc, Robert, pentru că bubui totul.
Guiding Bolt the Radiant.
E ok ăla.
I'm getting the fuck up.
Seems having so many scrolls in your inventory really messes up with the AI. Globe of Invo...
Hell yeah!
Feather fall? Let me cook.
Oh, hell yeah, Dominated Anna is a menace.
Later in that fight, we totally forgot about the fact that we are also supposed to save the Gondians.
Ai au fost gondienii?
Au fost. Anyway.
Deci tu, gondienii nu au vrut să fie salvați.
Uh-huh. Understandable. Before getting into the final fight, I took a nap. In that fight, we were against 3 Steel Watchers and Mr. Steel Krabby. The fight didn't go as we expected. Ce vrea? What? What is that?
Deci Ana,
Yes.
mai ai Globe of Invulnerability?
De ce?
Nu vezi marele cerc pe voi?
Ba da. Ah. De unde aveam haste pe mine înainte? What? Well, now I'm fucked.
S-a dus Blade Ward-ul.
Okay. Not okay. Ei, măcar bubuie fix lângă. Ah. Am dus.
Am înțeles, unde ești Divine Intervention? By the way, știi ce e amuzant? Am trecut de câteva ori sub 0 pentru că aveam ăla, știi, Burden of Life, că nu putem să trecem de 0 și mi s-a dat deplete. Like, really impressive. Run! Hell no!
Yay! We somehow managed to pull that off. We got to the terminal where I started to press random buttons, hoping that I will somehow become the next Steve Jobs. Since it didn't work, we set up the bomb right on top of the terminal. Tum 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 tum. Deschideți ochii, Robert, a doua oară.
Acum a început și s-a terminat.
After a dramatic exit worthy of Michael Bay, Wilburn found us by sniffing the smoke of the gunpowder bomb. He wants to kill all the Gondians. Well, what's left of them, since we failed to deactivate the colors. Marcus, having a heart of gold, decided to step up and stop Wilburn. And since Wilburn is a piece of poo-poo, we sided with Marcus. Știi, Tubin este ultimul Gondian, like, îl lăsăm în viață sau...
Uite, ai la Sorcerer. Perf. What, you don't want to say that to bitch-ass Wolverine?
The following day, we were ready to face Gortash without all his steel puppets. Not like it matters when you have allies like Robert on your side.
By the way, faza mea favorită din astea este ea. Mă rog.
Dă-ne buff-uri. Robert, buff-us.
Uite, vreau să fac ceva amuzant. Mă rog, amuzant.
Robert!
Am aruncat! Am aruncat granada în ăla. What the fuck, am omorât pe toată lumea cu aia.
Yeah!
Avem loc de înainte?
After the little incident, we reached Gortash. The fight wasn't very intense compared to the bomb that Robert threw at us. We took his nether stones and also his corpse. It's a gift for Karlak. Seems she wasn't very interested in this kind of gift, Oh well. Yo, you also wanna set this house on fire? Why is everyone bringing torches in an apartment made of wood? After the firefighters were done saving our apartment, we head to Worm's Rock prison to see what the fuss was all about. Will and his dad seemed to really believe in a tale of a shiny dragon resting beneath this place. I called on Delulu for this, but we shall investigate anyway. We found a statue that seems to be able to talk without moving its lips. It also believes we will find a dragon if we are worthy. I'm worthy. Open the way. Let the challenges begin! At this point I was just giving commands to Robert, and since he didn't want to bother using his brain, he complied.
Și dau pe ăsta?
Yeah.
Dar 12%.
Contează. Dai.
Să ne insertează.
Sueltul. Vino încoace. Parcă aia, da. Nu știu. Așa. Nice. An insightful decision. Yes, yes, yes.
Aha. Parcă ăla e. Insightful decision, aha.
Not found. Așa.
Ăla nu are voie să intre, că e... Yeah.
He's dumb. He's all six-pack and no brain. Wait. Oh my. Hai grede. Go. Wait. Miss.
Sharp.
Hai, shut the fuck. Am încredere în tine. Yes. Skibidi. Easy. Robert, controlează-ți bodybuilder-ul. Ce faci cu el? Așa.
I know, but it was funny.
Așa. Și acum, Robert, știi să joci șah? Am înțeles. Și tăcerea e un răspuns.
Nu mai știu piesele cine însemnau.
Am înțeles, deci nu mai știu. This was the hardest part. And I was right. He forgot how to play chess. Okay. Go next.
Hello, motherfucker.
Okay, yeah.
Seems having zero chess knowledge is considered a crime in Faerun. You are lesser than pawn.
Okay. Oh my god.
It was at this moment that she knew. She fucked up.
Aoleu, aoleu. Asta se întâmplă când nu știi să joci șah. Niau. Miss.
Nu pot să trec de curul tău.
Pare rău.
Move your fat ass.
Ești ok cu puțin collateral damage, Robert?
Ana.
Am înțeles.
Stai. Oh.
Ești ok? Nice.
Caractera mea a luat-o foarte bine în gură. Mind you.
Easy. Vezi, am spus că nu e greu pentru noi. Before getting to the fairy tale dragon, we took a small in-game nap.
Perfect, acest long rest. Dau și el.
We got back to answer to prove to him that we are worthy champions.
Sure, we cheated to get here, but you could argue that makes our victory more legitimate.
Nu-i așa?
Huh? Sure.
Okay, so there actually is a sleeping dragon underneath the town. What the? But he seems to be dead. Are you? Wait! Just leave me alone. And you, Mr. Squiddy, what do you want as well?
to know each other. Yeah, they were roommates.
The battle began and it went better than we have hoped. Thank you. Nice. Izdaje daszu. Yum, yum, yum. Ew. Well, except for Shadowheart almost getting wiped out.
Și-a luat-o.
Hey, n-am murit. After the fight was over, Robert had no choice but to speak with the Emperor. Vorbește cu tine. You are the chosen one.
Fuck you. Well, era justificat. Eram toți mai bine dacă mureai dinainte. Probabil aș fi fost liniștit, dar mai bine decât să mă întâlnesc cu tine.
Mamă, ce standard de Robert. Respect.
I hate him with a passion.
Can I pet him? After failing to pet the huge doggo, Robert stole Ansu's helmet and shoved it in a very special place.
Gata, l-am băgat în fund.
Cât de greu a fost? Poți să-mi explici procesul?
Întâi, tot ce trebuie să ai mult dexterity. Și pe dexterity mini trebuie să ai și power, though. Trebuie să-l aplatizezi puțin. Și după să-i dai roll.
When we got back to our hotel room, we gave Will and his dad the news that we slayed the dragon, not flayed the dragon. But since they were still very proud of us. Later that day, we went to visit Raphael in his own house of hope. We were greeted by this dwarf lady who seems to be crazier than me, and I thought that's impossible. But she gave us free clothes, so we will give her a pass this time. Meanwhile, Stein was setting a nice gift for Raphael. Crezi că ajunge pentru Raphael?
Posibil. Iar, noi unde o să ne aflăm?
În această clădire, pe undeva, Robert.
Vai, thank you,
Ana. It's gonna be splendid. Eventually, we got to Raphael's favorite toy, Harleb the Succubus. He wanted to play games with us, but we refused as we got high standards.
Off with your clothes, wow.
Nu. Nu de față cu toți ceilalți. Then we returned to get the hammer. This action resulted in everyone in the house to become hostile. After a bit of sneaking, we reached Hope and we were up to a good start in battle.
Hai să sar și eu.
No!
What?
M-a aruncat.
I cannot believe.
In the end, Robert smashed Hope's chains and only one thing remaining. Take a bath and kill the devil in his own house. Initially, we tried to persuade Yurgil into joining us, but it was a bad idea. Both me and Robert were speechless, so we just reloaded. But this time we told Yurgil to freak off, and now I just let you enjoy this masterpiece of a song.
Eu tot apart în penile tale.
Ok.
E și ăla invulnerabil.
Da, încolo, ăla. Ok. The stadion. Do your job. Sublim.
Lovely. It worked. Sunt foarte sigur că Rafael e pe undeva.
Hell has its laws. Hell. Effects in the cause. Curtain falls. But hold your applause. Squirm. For now down here come the claws.
Da, cred că mai degrabă cu Shadow Heart nețat concentration, știi, ca să dispare invulnerabilitatea.
No more deals. It's over. The final act. You're doomed. No more grace. It's over. This house of hope.
Mamă, l-am lovit așa, blind. I still get the goosebumps. And so we killed the devil right in his home. Quite poetic if you ask me. Hope was finally free and she took over this house to offer a safe space for the damned souls. That's cute.
Defeating a devil in his own home feels very, very good, actually.
Physics go brrrr. When we got out of the house, the Emperor started to scold us like we are some 5 years old. Hey, show some respect, squid. We're getting very close to the end of the story. We need to acquire just one more Netherstone, Orin's. But before getting to Orin, we had to talk to Saravok, her father, and grandfather. Este tot ridică fustița, something sassy.
Saravok, what is that under your skirt? Or are you just happy to see me?
What is wrong with the ball cultists? A whole bunch of sick freaks, literal cannibalistic natural cult waiting. Soon me and Robert started the purge by killing Saravok first. Easy.
A bit anticlimactic.
Well, he got clapped in just one turn. So this is where the shitey elephant got kidnapped.
I demand you free me at once.
Așa, now bow before me, elephant prostești. After we released the shitey little elephant, we head to the sewers to chase Sorin. Into the manhole we go. What?
Like, cât m-am bătut cu canalizarea asta pentru că nu știam pe unde să mă duc.
Seems Robert needs an expert guide in the city sewers. Luckily, he has me. We stumbled upon a draconic sorcerer who doesn't know that he is trapped in here with me, not the other way around. Ok, hai că ne măsurăm flacăra. Critical success. I have the bigger flame. Huh. We met another talking inanimate object. He demanded proof of faith in Baal, and we did just that. After all, we killed Saravok.
Unorthodox, but a show of faith nonetheless. Walk in blood.
Then I became invisible and skipped the whole fight, because ain't nobody got time for that.
Îmi plac perception-urile. Mare fan.
Mi-a explicat Featherfall fix când am căzut aici jos.
Mă întrebam de ce a scris minus 6.
We spoke with Ori's mother first because she is the elder here, and then with Ori herself. Since it's a chaotic good run, we started the chaos. Așa, stai că introducem family trauma. Robert. What? You know, I did feel a bit bad for her, seeing her reacting like this is pretty horrible, but anyway. Puțu.
Îmi place că unii alergă pe lângă.
Mă uităm și eu.
Să se uite. Îmi place de unii, sunt acolo gen, oh my god, fii atent că începe meciul. Uite, pentru bless și chestii.
Am dat miss și critical miss, Robert. În seara asta dau atâtea de 1.
You are impressive, Anna. Not in the good way.
Mulțumesc. Not in the good way. Ai văzut cum face caracterul?
Yep. Ana, faci mai bine breakdance decât aia de la Olimpiadă.
De ce faci stalking ăsta?
Breakdance.
Jesus.
Ana, încep să cred că te place.
Doar crezi. Nu din nou. Ma'am. Miss it. Stop it. Let my stuff. Îmi place cum stă aici Orin. She's been chilling. No, din nou. Ah, Robert, help. Heal me.
Ana, devine un pic, you know, te simți mai healed?
Mulțumesc. Me. And with that yeet, the fight was finally over. Orin transformed into a puddle of tomato sauce, and we got her nether stone. With all the 3 stones collected, we were ready to face the big brain.
So, like, Halsey?
Ah, da, corect, am uitat de el.
Ana.
Am uitat un urs, ok? Scuze. Bye bye. Eu efectiv cred că plecam fără Halsey.
Yes, ai fi uitat complet de el.
Well, now we are ready to face the big brain. Get in the boat. Haide, tu ești moncul cu strength, nu eu.
Now what? Like, legit, îți zice că fac clipping prin parcă.
The click pe parcă. Haide. Go. Robert?
Very low.
After I firmly convinced Robert to be the strong woman in our party, we sailed into the unknown.
Ce frumos! Voi doar vă uitați la prăjării.
Ai cel mai mare strength, Robert.
Asta matter. De ce 3 se uită și eu vâslesc? Este ingineria românească?
Da. Uite ce frumos stai acolo în față.
Avem un Warlock Mage. Nu putea să facă nimeni nimic pentru chestia aia?
Robert, ce vroiai să fac cu chestia aia? Am 8 strength.
Să dai un bolt în ea. Un Eldritch Blast. Ceva pe...
Te descurci, înnoți.
Man, this is some bullshit.
When we got to the shore, the big brain started to telepathically talk to us. But we are here to put an end to this mess, so we cancelled the call. After a while, we got ambushed by some small brains. And this time, I was the menace in the group.
Mă. Like, am zis că iau eu.
After the little oopsie-doopsie, we got to the brine pool where the brain was located, only to find out that it grew a lot bigger while we were sleeping.
Pregătită să dai un critical success, Ana?
I was born ready. Ready to fail.
Ana, avem încredere în tine.
Încredere să ce, să eșuez? Poate.
Promit că nu am făcut pariu cu Shadow Heart pe 5 lei, că o să dai fail.
Cinci. 1, 4, 5. Robert's gambling addiction worked wonders, as he just won the bet with Shadowheart. I miserably failed the last check, but hey, at least the Emperor got our back. We got sucked into the astral prison for the last time, I hope. Here, the Emperor gave us an ultimatum. Either we transform into an idiot to wield the stones, or we give the stones to him. So we set Orpheus free, of course. With him free, we got rid of the option of us becoming a squid.
Am chitara în spate.
Better him than us. We got back to the real world that seems to be breaking apart. Before heading to the final battle, we meet again with all our allies that we have gathered from our adventures. Little Arabella, Damon and the Owlbear, Lorix, Isobelen, Dame, Ainin, the Duke, the Shitey Little Elephant, Volo the Bard, Zevlor and his Hell Riders, the Gurgs, Halcyon, Jaheira, and Daddy Withers. Of course, we ain't gonna fight over 50 enemies, so we just applied the fundamental law of cheese. In just 2 minutes, we reached the brain. Easy! After an easy escalation, we reached the top of the Nether Brain, where we found the crown of Karsus and the Emperor atop of a dragon. Once we entered the portal linked into the brain, it was easy peasy. Target practice.
Okay, we are in. Fuck you.
Robert?
Orpheus.
Eu cum vrea să moară, deci... Orpheus was somehow magically resurrected for the plot. Îmi place că stăm în aer. And we commanded the Nether Brain to kill every single possible tadpole, including itself.
End yourself now. And then, here comes the gravity.
Am de să ne cu Tom și Jerry, până te uiți în jos nu se aplică fizica, știi? And so, we were finally free. Will was powerless but packed free. Robert gave Orpheus his eternal peace before turning into a mind flayer for good. Shadowheart was glad that the Githyankis left this planet. My virtual boyfriend started to turn to dust.
Anna, that your boyfriend?
Let me come with you. And Carlac was literally cooking herself to death. But Will convinced her to return together to Avernus so she wouldn't go boom boom bakudam. Robert woke up next to Shadow Cutie, and I woke up next to Astarion, but with a twist to the plot.
Mai desfrăcată decât de obicei?
I wish you.
Like, cu alea, Ana, te duci la mare. Eu fam, când te-ai îmbrăcat? Bro, au fost 2 secunde off-screen.
A spectacol de magie. And just like that, we were done with our first multiplayer campaign. With many villains slain, squids squashed, friendship tested over and over again, roasted enemies and feelings alike, many sleepless nights, it was one blast of a run. And after over 100 hours of editing, over 7,000 words spoken, and a newly acquired back pain, this video is also coming to an end. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and let me know in the comment section what was your favorite part of this campaign. Personally, mine was the part where Robert saw me and Astarion in the apartment and not in the cemetery. I see you in the next video, and until then, take care all. And don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more adventures like this and much more. Bye bye!
A few moments ago.
Uite, fac frumos pe aici. Am fost aruncat.